So for those of you who don't know, we do shoot this show on the same day that we shoot the Thursday show because we're in Australia. We're a day ahead. And Dan, I have one question for you. I haven't had a chance to catch up with you in the last couple of hours. Did you clean up all that confetti?
We should probably just get started.
No, seriously, did you clean? No, I'm serious. Did you clean it up?
Let's kick off this week with some cool stuff. TGS is happening at the moment, and on Monday, Square Enix announced that Final Fantasy IX is coming to PS4, and by coming, we mean it's on PS4. Go get it right now.
Yeah, it's out. What is arguably, apparently, I didn't play them, the best Final Fantasy game. A lot of people think it's the best Final Fantasy game. Is now you can play it on your PS4. Came out for PC last year. And obviously came out originally on the PlayStation 1 in
PS1.
the year 2000.
Was it really the year 2000?
I know, it's a long time ago. It's also discounted at the moment, so if you want to pick it up, you can do it on the cheap.
Definitely, and I think it's definitely worth playing. I love playing old games. I only played Final Fantasy III when it came out on Vita, like when Vita was still a thing that people played. So it's very much worth playing old games that you might have never had the chance to play before, and so I definitely recommend this one.
So there was a really big problem for some very unlucky Rainbow Six Siege players over the last week who installed the latest update
on
PS4 and then found that doing so corrupted their hard drive.
Yeah, it seemed to be a problem with inviting players to your party.
Yeah.
It would cause the game to crash, and then even deleting Rainbow Six Siege and reinitializing the system wouldn't fix it. So some people were up that proverbial creek sans paddle. But it's been fixed by Ubisoft now, so if you've been holding off getting involved in Blood Orchid, the latest update that gives you 3 new operators and a theme park map, you can do it now on PS4, get involved.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. As everyone knows, I'm a huge Rainbow Six fanboy.
But PSA, everything's okay now.
So you can play.
Enjoy.
So this one's pretty interesting. The guys who made Life is Strange, forgot the name, we're bringing out a vampire RPG called Vampyr, with a Y, no I-R-E, but Vampyr.
I'm not 100% sure, but it looks awesome. So we saw some gameplay a little while ago. They revealed an official trailer way back when we first got a look at it. I bloody love vampire games, no pun intended, that was terrible. But yeah, this one was supposed to come out in November and it's been pushed back.
So what happened was the team were getting stuck on a technical bug, which they've since fixed,
yes,
but it did set them back a little while.
Yeah.
Don't Nod CEO Oscar Gilbert said that he'd rather take the time to make sure they can polish the game and get a quality product out rather than trying to stick to an arbitrary date. So unfortunately it's been delayed from November until spring 2018.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally really excited for this one. It's an RPG.
Love them.
Bloody love them.
Stop with it, no.
Set in the slums of London, immediately following the end of World War I.
That's pretty
cool.
That
sounds really interesting. I mean, the trailer just looks fascinating to me. Going around vampiring, being a good person or a bad person, some wrapped up moral stuff in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really keen for it. And, you know, a little bit more of a wait isn't the best thing, but hopefully they end up making a better game.
So that other famous video game series you may know from everyone's favourite movie critic Hideo Kojima, Zone of the Enders is coming to PS4 with Zone of the Enders The Second Runner, which is a PS4 version of the HD re-release of the PS3 version of Zone of the Enders 2, which was a PS2 game. However, not only is it coming with 4K support, it's also coming with VR support. Yeah,
so not only that, it's coming to PS4 and PC. So it looks like its VR mode, which is called Zone of the Enders Anubis Mars, will be supporting VR across both the PlayStation console and whatever VR you've got on your computer.
Oh,
hopefully,
awesome.
home computer.
The trailer's really cool. You can see sitting in the cockpit of one of the giant robots, which looks super, super cool.
Yeah.
Having played a lot of VR games that are you inside the cockpit of a giant robot though, I get motion sick very quickly. So maybe just think about that before you jump into Zone of the Enders VR if you get motion sick.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't, but you can find out for yourself because it's out in the spring of next year. So this one is kind of old news, so we won't dig into all of the nitty-gritty of what happened, but basically as a result of a PewDiePie video, there's been some review bombing of Firewatch on Steam. If you don't know what review bombing is, it's from people who disagree with something the developers may have done that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the game, but people will give it a bunch of low scores that result in it having a lower mean score on Steam or whatever else because they simply don't like the developer.
Don't do that, for starters. So what Steam's done is they've introduced the review histogram. It'll show you a history of all the reviews that a game has received over its lifetime, and you can click on certain points where it might be overly negative and see a sampling of those reviews. So you can make more of an informed choice about seeing if something did get review bombed. They also said that most games that have been review bombed end up going back to where they were before the review bombing. So something like Firewatch which was on a generally positive rating, is now on a mixed. They're saying that it'll probably go back to a mostly positive rating. But review bombing is it's just a silly thing to do.
I mean, I think it doesn't really matter what side you're on. I think it's just sort of unhelpful. I mean, the entire point of reviews is to find out whether or not you're going to enjoy a game.
Absolutely.
And whether or not, it's going to be up your alley. When you read reviews, you're looking for, helpful input as to how it plays or how it looks or anything like that.
Yeah.
And review bombs that don't have anything to do with that, I can see how that causes a problem. That is everything we have for you this week. Do let us know what you cared about and what you'll be playing this weekend down in that comment section, and we will see you again on Monday. Seriously, did you clean it up?
Not a GameSpot yet.
Well, I'll be cutting that out. No, but seriously, did you?
No, I did not.
Are you fucking serious?
It's still out there.